Number 1. Use the picture below to answer the following question. Two students are applying a force to a box. What can you conclude about the speed of the box from the force applied by the students? A. The speed of the box will remain constant because the forces acting on the box are balanced. B. The speed of the box will increase towards student A because student B is pushing with greater force, causing the forces to be unbalanced. C. The speed of the box will decrease towards student B because student A is pushing with greater force, causing the forces to be unbalanced. D. The speed of the box will increase towards student B because student A is pushing with greater force, causing the forces to be unbalanced. A student throws a baseball 3 times. Another student records the distance, the amount of time the baseball travels, and the average speed in the table shown below. Baseball data. Throw 1, distance 60 meters, time 8.0 seconds, average speed, ? 2, throw 2, distance 40 meters, time 5.0 seconds, average speed 8 meters per second. Throw 3, distance 20 meters, time 6.0 seconds, average speed 3.33 meters per second. What was the speed of the baseball for throw 1 in the table? F, 7.5 meters per second. G, 75.0 meters per second. H, 480 meters per second. J, 68.0 meters per second. Number 3, a student left school at 2 p.m. for an appointment 33 miles away. It took the student 30 minutes to arrive for the appointment. What is the student's average speed in miles per hour? A, 0.03 miles per hour. B, 33 miles per hour. C, 0.06 miles per hour. D, 66 miles per hour. A coach collected data on how long it took one of their athletes to run 6 kilometers and plotted the data on a graph. Which of the following accurately describes the athlete's motion on the graph? F, the athlete moved at a constant speed with no stops between 0 kilometers and 6 kilometers. G, the athlete moved 4 kilometers away from the starting point between 0 minutes and 20 minutes. H, the athlete moved toward the starting point at a constant rate of speed between 30 minutes and 6 minutes. J, the athlete moved away from the starting point, rested, and continued at a constant speed between 0 kilometers and 6 kilometers. A bus leaves the station traveling at a constant rate of speed. The bus makes a stop for 5 minutes and then returns to the station at a constant rate of speed. Which of the following graphs represents the motion of the bus during the journey? Students are using 2 different pulley systems to lift an object of identical mass to the same height. Which statement best describes the difference between pulley A and pulley B? F, pulley B uses more force than pulley A because the distance over which the force is applied is greater. G, pulley A uses more force than pulley B because the distance over which the force is applied is greater. H, pulley A uses less force than pulley B because the distance over which the force is applied is less. J, pulley B uses less force than pulley A because the distance over which the force is applied is greater. Number 7, the picture below shows a method used for determining a physical property of a mineral. Which property of the minerals galena and calcite is indicated by the color of the powder each mineral leaves on the ceramic tile? A, streak, B, luster, C, density, or D, hardness. The models shown below diagrams the rock cycle. The boxes labeled X, Y, and Z represent the 3 types of rocks. Based on the formation process of rocks, which rock type would most likely be identified at location Y? F, foliated rock, G, igneous rock, H, metamorphic rock, J, sedimentary rock. Number 9. The model below represents the structural layers of the Earth. The structural layer labeled W in the model above is composed of a solid material. Which of the following correctly identifies layer W? A, lithosphere, B, outer core, C, inner core, D, mantle. Number 10. The map below outlines tectonic plates found on the Earth. Which of the following correctly identifies plate X on the map above? F, African plate, G, Eurasian plate, H, Australian plate, J, North American plate. Number 11. The map below outlines major tectonic plates found on Earth. The 2 darkened arrows on the map above demonstrate the movement of 2 tectonic plates at a specific boundary. What 2 plates are located at this boundary? A, Eurasian plate and African plate, B, Pacific plate and Eurasian plate, C, North American plate and Pacific plate, D, African plate and North American plate. Number 12. The map below shows a small section of oceanic crust in the Atlantic Ocean where molten rock surfaces, pushing older crust outward, forming an ocean basin. Which of the following best describes the cause for the formation of the Atlantic Basin? F, the collision of lithospheric plates, G, the separation of lithospheric plates, H, the grinding and sliding of lithospheric plates, J, the erosion and deposition of lithospheric material. Number 13. The map below shows dark banded areas where convergent boundaries are located along the west coasts of North America and South America. Which of the following geological events would most likely have occurred along these banded lines? A, Rift Valley, B, Ocean Basin, C, seafloor spreading, D, volcanic mountain building. Number 14. The food web above represents organisms in a terrestrial ecosystem. Which of the following statements best describes the shared characteristics among the organisms? F. Most of the organisms shown in the food web are made of cells. G. All of the organisms shown in the food web are composed of 1 or more cells. H. Only the organisms from the kingdom Animalia shown in the food web have cells. J. Organisms in the food web can be classified as prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Number 15. Which statement best identifies the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes? A. Prokaryotic cells lack a cell membrane. B. Prokaryotic cells lack a membrane-bound nucleus. C. Eukaryotic cells lack a cell membrane. D. Eukaryotic cells lack a membrane-bound nucleus. Number 16. Students discover an organism in a hot sulfur spring and want to classify the organism into its domain. Characteristics of unknown organism: no nucleus, unicellular, heterotrophic. Based on the organism's characteristics, which of the following domains could the organism belong to? F. Archaea only. G. Eukarya or Archaea. H. eukarya or bacteria. J, archaea or bacteria. Number 17. The diagram below represents two living organisms that are classified in the same domain but are in different kingdoms. Flowering plant, cat. Which of the following basic characteristics best differentiates these two living organisms? A, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. B, unicellular and multicellular. C, autotrophic and heterotrophic. D, asexual and sexual reproduction. Number 18. Which list of characteristics below describes organisms classified in the kingdom Plantae? F, multicellular, prokaryotic, heterotrophic. G, unicellular, prokaryotic, autotrophic. H, multicellular, eukaryotic, autotrophic. J, unicellular, eukaryotic, heterotrophic. Number 19. Use the picture to answer the question. Which of these lists only the biotic parts of this ecosystem? A, sun, water, leaves. B, tree, cloud, crane. C, cloud, shrimp, water. D, snake, tree, monkey. Number 20. Use the picture below to answer the following question. Which of the following correctly sequences the levels of organization from simple to most complex? F, population to community to organism to ecosystem. G, community to organism to population to ecosystem. H, organism to community to population to ecosystem. J, organism to population to community to ecosystem. Number 21. Which of the substances listed in the table below would be classified as elements? A, sample 1 and 2. B, sample 2 and 3. C, sample 2 and 4. D, sample 1 and 3. Number 22. Which of the following statements does not accurately describe an element or compound? F, a compound is two atoms of the same element. G, CaCO3 is an example of a compound. H, O2 is an example of an element. J, elements are pure substances. Number 23. Students throw a ball into the air in an attempt to differentiate between potential and kinetic energy. The demonstration is shown below. At which position does the ball have the greatest kinetic energy and the least potential energy? A, position 2. B, position 5. C, position 4. D, position 3. Number 24. Students are given a diagram of a roller coaster identifying different points to help them understand potential and kinetic energy. At which point on the diagram does the roller coaster demonstrate decreasing potential energy and increasing kinetic energy? F, point W. G, point X. H, point Y. J, point Z.